Hello guys and welcome back to Taxscout for another video, and today's video we're going to be diving into Fantom ticker FTM, and we're going to see exactly where we reckon Fantom will end up in this bull season, but most importantly, where do we see Fantom heading for the immediate short term? Are we going to dump much further back down into the price region of 62 cents, or are we going to move our way up to retest that $1.61 and move closely higher to higher highs? Well guys, you need to stick around, so why don't we get into the technical analysis. Right guys, so it looks like we've made that all important move back well above from the zone over here. Reason why? Because if we look further to our left, it looks like we printed so many red candles that the minute we do break out from this area, it could be a parabolic move to the upside. Almost exactly as it happened, we went to the very top, almost parabolically. However, whenever we do see a parabolic move to the upside, there's always inevitably a correction. But as we can see here, it wasn't just one parabolic candle. All the way to the top, it looked like we literally just staircase our way up. So that's quite a healthy move to the upside. Even whilst Bitcoin has been pulling back, it has no effect so far on Fantom, and we are expecting more pullback from Bitcoin unless if we do hold up around about this region of $64,000. And if we push much higher up from here, guess what guys, it's going to be much higher for Fantom, and we can see us breaking at least our first target of around about $1.62. If we break above here and use this area as a support, then we can quite easily see a much higher price for come on, it's not working, much higher price for Fantom. That would be a amazing move to the upside. I am a bit skeptical though, because we do want to see a healthy pullback into this area there. Reason why? Because that will give us a stronger confidence that we'll be heading back up to the top, but we just need to see how we are currently reacting in this price zone right now of $1.18. And had you been accumulating at least around about down here, you'll be in mega profits because we went sideways for the longest. So if you had a massive bag of Fantom, you're going to be in for a treat, because I do reckon that we are going to see a much higher highs breaking past these all-time highs. Don't know why I'm dragging this one for. I meant to drag the arrow. Yes, so why don't we quickly dive into the daily chart so we can see exactly what's going on right at the top here. Alright, so it looked like we did in fact form, we did in fact form a sideways action for a little while before we ultimately made even a high. That's a really healthy move to the top, to the upside. I do see this continuing much higher to our price target, well at least our first price target of $1.62. Reason being because as we're breaking up from this area there, we did pull back slightly, but we went straight back up to create a local high before we went sideways and broke it out from this area. Now this gives me a stronger confluence and confidence that we are going to go much higher from here, at least up to $1.62. But even if we do see a small correction back into this smaller rectangle box, then I should be expecting a nice move back up to that all important area. And if you're an intraday trader, I'll be looking for this move. We'll come back down to retest the zone for our first target to be at $1.62. And if you're going for this trade, you should be expecting a return of around about 85% move to the upside. So my trade would look like something like this. I'm looking for an entry anywhere between there. Once again, just make sure, wait for the engulfing green candle, bigger than the last red candle, and then you go for a trade right over here. Target up there of around about 79% move to the upside. Then your stop loss should be slightly below. Let's zoom in a bit more so you can see exactly what I'm looking at. Alright, so this would be the area of interest for a trade, anywhere within this box here. Let me just get rid of that. Yeah, so anywhere along here. And if we see something along like this, That's the first one, potential candle, like that. And if we notice a bigger candle straight after, something like this, then that could be a good place for an entry, but we just need to see a smaller candle, smaller candle than a large candle anywhere within this box over here. Then you could look for an entry straight after that engulfing candle, and your first target should be right up there. But make sure you give a buffer for your stop loss, because sometimes the chart will just need to do its thing first before it chooses direction. If it goes in your favor, you need to hold on to it like diamond hand for your first profit target, and that's how you do your intraday trading. You may decide whether you like to leverage trade or spot trade. Either way, guys, you can still make a decent profit. Even without the leverage trade, you can still earn about a 79 or 80% move to the upside, depending which exchange you use. Think of arbitrary, it could be 80 or 81%, but I'm using the database from Binance, so that'll give you a roughly right about 79% move to the upside. What if you are a hodler? If you're a hodler, guys, it's even more easier. You don't have to concern yourself too much about your entry, intraday, getting stopped out, blowing up your account. Whenever we pull back, just add a lot more of a Fantom coin, and that way whenever you push up, you're seeing a pretty healthy gains, but it depends also how much you're willing to risk. So the more you're willing to risk, the more rewards, essentially. If we do pull back even much deeper back into the zone over here, that'd be the best case scenario for all the hodlers, because you like to accumulate as much as you can at a much lower price. Because currently we're at $1.18. If we fall back down into this zone over here, you could be looking at anywhere between 52 all the way down to 14 cents. I don't quite believe we head back down to 14 cents unless if there's like a market crash or there's some sort of scam or nefarious activity been going on within the crypto space that might have a knock-on effect within the cryptocurrency, or it could be something outside of the cryptocurrency that may affect the whole entire space. But either way, guys, make sure you pay attention, set up an alert, make sure you always place like an alert to alert you whenever you pull back. That'd be the best area for you to stock up more of your Fantom. Right, so perhaps what you've all been waiting for is my price prediction for Fantom. So why don't we go into the prediction one? Let's get back into the weekly chart. I have already created or lined up the Fibonacci retracement tool to give you an idea where we reckon we could head in this mega or super cycle bull season coming in for Fantom. And I reckon according to the Fibonacci retracement tool, we should be able to see Fantom to be approximately around about $14.75 to around about $15. If this was to be played out, then we could be looking at a nice healthy move to the upside, and that will give us a staggering 1,181% move to the upside. If you've been accumulating around about here for the longest, that move to the top of 1,181, that's going to be a humongous gains for yourselves. If you're just joining into the party of Fantom and you see the potential that we can go even much higher, then you can always hodl and add more to your bags from this area. Whenever you pull back, and add more to your bags. Right, that concludes our Fantom video. If you do find my channel useful, informative and entertaining, then what are you waiting for, guys? Do me a favor, give me a like, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be updated for all my videos. If you haven't yet, then you should subscribe to me right over here. And if you'd like to see my last video, then why don't you click over here, and I'll see you all in the next one.